Hello everybody, this is SodaFan2K10 here, and I present to you the first of the Lego MOC videos that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a little series where I show you all the various custom Lego buildings I've created over the past couple of years, since you guys seem to like that idea, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're going to start off with two of the most basic, the least interesting of the ones I've ever done, and these are the first two buildings I've ever created. Of course they are two signal boxes. So we're going to take this one away really quick, and we're going to just focus on this one since this is the one I built first. This is really the first building really that I ever created, custom building that is, and it was literally built with just pieces that I had left over and just inspiration from other Lego sets I'd seen. It's a little bit weird in the way it looks because it's so big. It has this big platform, so it's inspired by... It was a scene from the Hero of the Rails trailer, actually. And I saw it and I just liked the big platform, but, you know, it didn't really turn out too great, to be honest. I'm happy with some of the ideas that I got in here. But let me just dissect what it is that's actually going on. So we've got these big girder pieces. These came from I think it's the crawler crane. It's a good long while since I've actually looked at that set. But yeah, I had these. I didn't really want the crawler crane. It was huge. I didn't really care for it that much, so I wanted to get rid of it. So I just... sorry if I was holding too close to the camera there. So I just repurposed them. I don't really have any of these in grey. I would have loved to have this in grey to make it a bit more of a basic colour, but yeah, yellow is the only colour I had. And also all these pieces, these yellow plates and everything, you'll notice this little area is actually smooth. That's all, I can't really get a good angle at it, but that's all one big piece. And that came from that crawler crane set as well. The building itself, it's inspired by an old Lego set, signal box set. So that's why it's got this angle bit coming out here. It's got this door, it does open, although I can't really get at it. But it doesn't really matter. And that's why I've also got this wall here, because that was part of the set as well. And then these railings. Yeah, I like these railings a lot. I don't have any more in this colour, so I had to go with a light grey. There's windows right there. There's even windows on the back. Back then, back when I built this, I didn't really have a whole ton of windows, so I just had to use completely different styles on each side of the building. It does have a tiny bit of detail on the inside. The roof comes off in 3 pieces, because back then I didn't really think about putting them all together. So there's a little look at the inside. It's really hard to see. The door can't open. There's some levers in there. There's one of these turntable pieces in here, because I was planning on putting a chair in there, but I never actually got around to it. And I don't really typically put minifigures inside this either, so yeah, that's why I never really bothered to actually put a chair in there. And if I can actually get this all back on, just like that, there we go, I think. So yeah, it's not a great building. It's definitely one of my least favourite buildings I've ever done, but it was the first one I ever did. Let's go get rid of that one and bring in this one. This one I always consider to be my first completed actual proper Lego MOC as well. It was inspired, the foundation is made of all these 1x2 masonry bricks in light grey, and I went with that because I had so many of these. If you go to the Lego store, at the very back behind the checkout and all that, you find what's called the pick-a-brick wall, and you can find, you know, different pieces and such that you can purchase. Just check them all into a cup and you can purchase that. And they had these, and I was ecstatic to find these because I love these pieces as much as I do now back then. And so I built the entire base just completely out of those. And the building itself, it was inspired. I was inspired to build this because of a treehouse set. I think it was in 2012 it came out. But I always looked at the tree itself was nice, but the house, the tree house, was white and had this red roof, and I just loved the look of it. And I always looked at it and thought that looks like a signal box. So it reuses a lot of those pieces. These windows all came from that. And yeah, there's no detail there. I probably should put a window there. But again, back then I didn't really have a lot of Lego pieces. I didn't have a lot of white Lego pieces especially. So this can come off the roof. And I also, there's a little lamp right here. The door obviously does open. Got some nice railings and little stands for the legs. The wall here also comes off. Just show this up really quick. It's got this little protrusion. This is supposed to be like a seat, because I couldn't really fit the seat anywhere else. And we've got a nice little clock right up here. But that's literally it for that piece. The interior is pretty much the same as the first signal box we just looked at. Just got some levers and such, got some levers. And then you can see the windows again. And I did try to tile it off as best I could, but I didn't have many tiles back then, so I had to use these special ones which have just the 2 studs on them. And yeah, I don't think I explained it, but this wall I designed to come off just so I could get some interior shots. So I could get the camera in there to show a signalman inside. And there's the roof. It's all very basic. And that is pretty much it for these. So definitely not the most interesting and most exciting looking buildings, but I'm happy with them because they're signal boxes. They're relevant railway buildings to use on my layout. So I'm happy enough with how they turned out, but definitely my least interesting, least favourite buildings I've ever done. So thank you all for watching. I hope you're looking forward to the next video where we take a look at an actual building. Something a little bit more interesting than just a pair of signal boxes. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.